Children, so we have seen that initially, okay, the revolt of 1857, initially they become victorious. Means many of the victories were there for the Indian leaders, but later on, the Britishers, they captured or they become, means they won the battle. They defeated the revolt of 1857. Okay. So many of our leaders, we have seen the fate of Rani Lakshmi Bai, and also we have seen that Bahadur Shah Zafar, he was exiled. His son, his family was shot by the Britishers. He, along with his wife, was migrated. They were sent to, okay, they were sent to Rangoon, and Rani Lakshmi Bai, Rani Avanti Bai, okay, then Tandia Top, almost all the leaders were arrested, were imprisoned, were killed or hanged, okay, by the Britishers. Okay, so that was the end of the 1857 revolt. And for long, okay, over 2 years, the battle was almost 2 years, 2 years, the battle was fought. And at last, Britishers, okay, they become victorious. So what are the consequences? Okay, after the revolt, what does it happen there in India? Is this revolt bring any change in the existing political system? Okay, that we can discuss now. Okay, so children, let us go through the result. So just we have discussed that Lucknow was recaptured by the Britishers. Rani Lakshmi Bai was killed. Tandia Top, he escaped and he continued the guerrilla warfare. Okay, but also he was also captured and tried by the Britishers. So the Britishers during this time, they wanted to loyal, means they wanted to be very loyal, or they announced some rewards just to please the Indian landlords and zamindars. Okay, so at last, anyway, the Britishers captured or they defeated the Indians. Okay, they suppressed the revolt. Okay, so we will now discuss what are the consequences of the revolt of 1857. Okay, so children, the British could regain the country. I will tell you some points that you needed to mark. Okay, so the British could regain the control of the country by the end of 1859. Okay, so the revolt they can suppress. Okay, they can suppress the revolt. Initially, the Indian leaders were victorious, but later the situation changed. And they were not in a position to rule the country with their earlier policies. So after 57 revolt, the Britishers understood that if they continue the same policies, okay, they can't be here. Okay, they can't control over the Indian people, because the Indian people, they were started to react. Okay, till 1857, these people, the Indians, were not at all united. They were not reacted against the Britishers. What all policies that was forwarded by the Britishers, simply they agreed with all this one, because they were very weak. Okay, the Britishers, they had modern weapon, they were powerful. So the Indians, they thought that they can't react, or they were not so strong like the Britishers. So the Britishers understood that they can't rule the country with their earlier policies. Means what all policies they were used, okay, before the revolution. Okay, if they were moving with the same principles or policies, they can't rule the Indians, because the Indians, they will react to them. So they made some changes. Okay, so the Britishers made some changes. This one you can write, children. A new act was passed in the year 1858 by the British Parliament. According to this act, please note it down, children, it is very important. The power of East India Company is being transferred to the British Crown. We know that British East India Company, it is a trading concern, right? What do you mean by East India Company? It is a trading concern. It is a trading company. These people came over here in India and they controlled. Okay, gradually they controlled India. Okay, India means gradually or slowly they began to take control over India. They tried to rule over India. But so after the 1857 revolt, the act, okay, a new act. So the British is, they understood that they have to change their policies. Only then they can rule over here in India. So a new law was passed in the year 1858. According to that law, the power of East India Company was transferred to the British Crown. That means that directly, the British government directly, it involved the administration of the Indian, means India, okay, the India or country. Do you understand, children? Till that time, who had control over here in India? East India Company.
East
Okay,
India Company.
yes, East India Company was a trading concern. They came only, okay, they came here only for a trade, okay, for trade, but gradually they have taken control over Indian administration. So after 1857 revolt, the changes, okay, some changes were happened, okay, the changes were happened in India. This one was that the control, okay, the Indian administration was controlled by the British government itself. That means the British crown, the British king, Queen Victoria was there during this time. And this was done to ensure a more responsible management of the Indian affairs. Okay, so the first and important change that happened after the British, I mean, 1857 revolt was that the power of East India Company in Indian administration was removed and it was directly taken control. Okay, India was directly under the control of the British Crown. That means Queen Victoria. Okay, she will be the responsible person of administration in India. Okay, so the direct involvement of the British Crown. That was the first and foremost result or the changes that was happened after 1857 revolt. And a member of the British cabinet means ministry, was appointed as the Secretary of State for India. Note it down, children. He was given the responsibility of all matters related to the governance of India. That means a new appointment. Okay, a member of the British cabinet. That means from the British crown or the ministry. Okay, was appointed as the Secretary of State for India. So the first point, transfer of power. That means the power being transferred to the British crown. Queen Victoria has directly, she involved in the administration of India. The second one, a new appointment, that was Secretary of State, was appointed from the British cabinet.
Ma'am,
Ministry.
first one, what it is transfer?
Transfer of power. Okay, transfer of power from British East India Company to the crown, British crown. Simple point, I'll write. Okay, you can expand. See, children, you no need to by heart all these question answers. Just study the main point and try to develop in your own words. Okay, so history, it is too vast. It is not possible for you to study all answers by heart. Okay, so just note down the main points and you just elaborate it. Okay, so the first point, transfer of power to the British crown. Since 1857 revolt, British East India Company was ruling over here in India. But after the 1857 revolt, who became the new administrative power or who had got this power? The
British
crown.
Crown.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Okay.
the name, what it is? Queen.
Victoria, Queen Victoria. Yes. Then a new title or a new position, that was Secretary of State. Okay, one person from the British cabinet from the British ministry was appointed as the Secretary of State for India to look after all matters related to Indian administration. Okay, so a new appointment or a new title was given or appointed, a new position was appointed, that was the Secretary of State from the British cabinet, from the British ministry. Clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then council. Okay, he was the in charge of a council, that was India Council. The next is the title of the Governor General. We have discussed about many Governor Generals of this time. So the title was changed as Viceroy. Okay, so the Governor General is being changed. The title was changed as Viceroy. A new title was given to them. The Viceroy was the personal representative of the British Crown. That means all these things was related to the British government. Okay, that means a secretary from the British Crown, and directly the Crown or the King or the Queen is involving in the administration. And instead of Governor General, a new title, means a person who was appointed by the British Crown, that was Viceroy. So these are the means main and important changes that was made by the Britishers after the 1857 revolt. The first one, the transfer of power from East India Company to the British Crown, and a man, okay, that was a Secretary of State, okay, for the Indian Council was appointed. The third one, Governor General would henceforth, okay, they will call as Viceroys. Okay, a new title of the Governor General of India was changed as Viceroys of India, that was appointed. He was the personal representative. That means he was appointed by the British government. Okay, so these are the main changes that brought in the administration of the Indian territories. Okay, is it clear, children? Thomas, can you repeat the points? What are the major changes was happened after the 1857 revolt?
And the British could remain the control over the country
Mm.
by the end of 1859.
Yeah. Tell me the main points. Please tell me the main points which I have told you. The first point, tell me.
And transferred to British.
Transfer of British East India Company, the power of administration of India. Okay, that was transferred from
British.
British East India Company to whom?
Ma'am, British Crown.
British Crown. Okay, the power is being transformed. That means till that time, British East India Company was ruling over India. That means all major decisions were taken by, okay, regarding the administration, all major decisions were taken by British East India Company. But after 1857 revolt, who will be responsible for that?
Yeah, British Crown.
British Crown, the King or the Queen of England. Okay, they
Queen
will be
Victoria.
responsible for the administration. That means they directly, okay, they involved in the administration of India. Is it clear, children? Is the first point is clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then for effectively controlling the affairs, okay, of India, they have appointed two important people. Okay, the first one, Secretary of State. Okay, he would be the head, or he would be called as Indian Council. Okay, there would be a council under him. And the third one, the second one, the Governor General, the title was changed as Viceroy. Okay, both these people, that means the Viceroy and the Secretary, they will control the administration. Okay, they will rule over here India on behalf of the British Crown, because these people were appointed from the British ministry. Okay, these two important titles, these people were appointed, or they were from the British Crown. Okay, they will be a member of the British cabinet or the ministry. Okay, so from these we can understand that the company, that means the British government or the Queen, okay, or the King, they will directly involved in the administration of the Indian territories. Okay, that is the most important result. Then That means the British government accepted the direct responsibility of ruling over India. So till that time, East India Company that was removed. Okay, that was the most important change. Then some of the measures after this. Okay, the government has taken. That means the Britishers was taken that they understood that means many of the policies they have introduced over here in India that was against to the sentiments, okay, that hurt the religious sentiments of the people, and also it hurt the people. So they changed some of their attitudes towards the Indian leaders. Midun, you want to say something?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So children, all ruling families, okay, all ruling families, all ruling chief of the country were assured that their territories would never be annexed in future. See children, what is the meaning of that? Many of the territories, by using many of the policies, okay, doctrine of lapse, permanent, I mean, subsidiary alliances, okay, so by using many policies, either by their strength or by using this type of many policies, what they have done, they have annexed, okay, they have annexed many of the territories in India. Okay, so they made a promise, okay, to the Indian chiefs or the ruling chief that their territories would never be annexed. Okay, they will not take control over their territories. Okay, and they could not pass on their kingdoms to their heirs, including adopted son. Okay, but what they can do, they had to acknowledge the British Queen as their sovereign paramount. Paramount means highest power. Okay, supreme power. So their territory. Okay, they promise, the Britishers promise to the rulers. Okay, they will never annex their kingdom, but their kingdom it would be under, okay, they had to acknowledge the British Queen. Okay, it will not be annexed to the British Empire or to the British people. They can rule, okay, the means the chief, they can rule their country, but they should recognize the British Queen as their supreme authority. Okay, that means they needed to rule their kingdom, but it would be under the Queen. Understand children? Understand?
Yes,
That
ma'am.
means the Indian rulers were the subordinate of the British crown. That means they can rule their kingdom, but they would be under the British crown. So the Britishers, they will never annex their kingdom. So that was the change made by the Britishers after the 1857 revolt. That means that before the revolt, what was the situation? By using many of the policies, they used to annex the kingdoms. Okay, that means subsidiary alliance, then doctrine of lapse, okay, permanent settlement. So many policies were introduced by the Britishers. They have taken or they have annexed many of the territories under their, made all territories under their control. But after 1857 revolt, they assure them, okay, they assure the ruling chief that their territory would never be annexed, okay, in future. But they should recognize the power, okay, they should be a subordinate of the British crown. Okay, that was the another change. And next and important one, please note it down children, reduce the proportion of the Indian soldiers in the army and increase the proportion of the European soldiers. That means the Indian soldiers, I have told you, when the peasants, when their condition was worse, that means they needed to pay more rent and their production was means was not enough for them to live. So during that time, many of the peasants, okay, they leave agriculture, they leave their occupation and they joined in Indian army, okay, British army. But what was their problem? They were not given any salaries, means their wages was not satisfactory. So and also they were compelled to, okay, do some of the laws or some of the things that was not liked by these people. So here they reduce the number of Indians in the army and they increase the number of Europeans. That means the British people, the number of the British people in the army or soldiers were increased. Why it happened? Can you tell me, children? Why they have taken a decision like this? If the number of Indian soldiers in the army, if it is increase, means if it is more, what will happen to the Britishers?
Ma'am, they have to pay salary to the
They
Indian
have to
soldiers.
pay salary and also hmm, why see children, the 1857 revolt, okay, it was a revolution. That means a large number of people was participated and many leaders were there. But what was the incident which started this revolt?
Ma'am,
Mummy,
Mangal
ma'am,
Pandey was.
Mangal
That means
Pandey's.
because of the Indian soldiers, right? The Indian soldiers mutinied against their authority, right? Okay, so the Britishers thought that if the number of Indian soldiers are more, they will react against this Britishers, and naturally it would lead to a situation like this. Okay, so they never wanted to happen it again. So they reduced the number of soldiers, Indians in army, and they increased the Europeans. Clear, children? Is it clear?
Ma'am, can you
Okay.
explain some confusion, sir?
This point.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Why
See,
did the British give soldiers?
see, children, the Sepoy mutiny. Okay, I have told you the Sepoys, okay, they were not happy with their situations, okay, with their salary, and also some laws were passed by the Britishers that hurt their religious sentiments. That means crossing the sea, and also that new type of rifle, okay, cartridges. So that was the main reason, and also the execution of Mangal Pandey. Okay, these all are the reason why this revolt is happened. So the first time the Indians reacted against the Britishers. Okay, but that incident was started. Okay, this revolt was started with the soldiers. Okay, so if the number of soldiers in Indian army, if it is more, sometimes the same situation can happen again, right? Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so in order to avoid such a situation, what they have done, they reduced the number of Indian soldiers in the army. Okay, and they increased whom? The Britishers. Okay,
You,
they
British.
appointed more European soldiers and they reduced the Indians. Okay, appointment of Indians were reduced. Okay, is it clear, children? Is this point is clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, then a decision was taken not to recruit soldiers from Bihar, Awadh, and Central and South India, because these all places the revolt was started and it was spread over these places. So they means decided that they will not recruit soldiers, appoint soldiers from these all places. Okay, and the decision to recruit more soldiers from among the Gurkhas, that means some Gurkhas, you know, children, some people, those who are working, or a section of the people as soldiers, and Sikhs and Pathans. Okay, no need to mark this point, just you mark only this one. Reduce the proportion of the Indian soldiers in the army and increase the proportion of the European soldiers. That only the point you needed to note it down from this. Okay, that means they wanted to increase the number of Europeans into the army. Okay, and they reduced the number of Indian soldiers. Then the Muslims, and regarding to some particular religion, see, the Muslims were treated with suspicion and hostility, and their land and property was confiscated on a large scale. What do you mean by confiscated? Captured, okay, under the control of the British. So the Muslims, they thought that the Muslims were the reason for the outbreak of this revolt. So the Britishers, okay, their land and property, the land and property of the Muslims were taken by the Britishers on a large scale. Okay, then after then, the Britishers decided to respect the customary religious and social practice of the Indians because they understood that they have brought many reforms, but the Indians were not satisfied or they do not want such reforms in their society. They, after the revolt of 1857, they try to respect the religious sentiments of the Indians. Okay, and also the landlords and the Samintas, their positions were declining till the time of 1857. So some policies were made to protect the landlords and the Samintas and also give them the security of the rights over their land. That means the Mintas and the landlords, they enjoyed their former position. They have the right, okay, the rights to control their territories. Okay, so these all the reforms or the changes, okay, that was happened after the 1857 revolt. Till this revolt, the Britishers, they tried to suppress the Indian people. They introduced many policies to capture or the many territories made under their control. But after 1857, it was a shocking experience for the Britishers because for the first time, the Indians reacted against the Britishers, and many of the leaders in different parts of the country, they supported this revolt. But the British is very superior. They had modern weapons with them. They had enough forces with them. Okay, so they become victorious. They defeated the Battle of 1857, but it had a positive impact. Okay, it had a positive impact over the Indians. That means there means some of them, okay, some of the ruling chief, those who lost their power, they given it back because the Britishers understood that if they move means or if they continue with the same policies, they can't rule over here in India. Indians will retreat or they will just do something against them. Then the reduction of the Indian people in the army. Then the Muslims, means their policies towards the religious, means different religion, Muslims were treated with suspicion because they thought that because of the Muslims this revolt was happened there in India. Then the landlords and the Samindas, they have got their power, the right over their land. Who were Samindas? Those who were collecting the taxes from the people. Okay, under the Mughals, these people were the main section of the people who were collecting taxes from the people. So they have got their right over their land. Okay, so these all are the result of the consequences of the revolt of 1857. Okay, so children, we have completed this lesson. Just let me revise the points in the beginning. And okay. One more question, only one more question is there, but you should have to read the textbook. Okay, unless, and there were many case studies that are given in the textbook. You can just refer. Okay, when you have got any free time, you can read all these case studies. Nothing too much important for you. See, children, we have seen that the Britishers, okay, they had merely came here as a trading concern. Slowly, they have taken control over the Indian territories, and they have, okay, just their policies made a many section, okay, a large section of Indian people were not satisfied with the British rule. And we have discussed about the Nawabs. What was the problem with Nawabs? Their power is being eroded.
Lost.
Yes. Okay. They have lost their power in the beginning. That means the company has taken over their power to administer their areas. Okay. Then residents were appointed in each area. So their power is being lost. Then we have seen that many ruling families, okay, means by using different policies, they annexed, okay, many of the territories. Rani Lakshmi Bai, she want her adopted son as the ruler, as the new heir. Then Nana Sahib, he wanted to get the pension of his father, but the company denied. Okay, then annexation of Awadh. Awadh was one of the last territory to be occupied. Okay, then later when it comes to 1856, Awadh fully, okay, fully it was under the control of the Britishers, and Nawab of Awadh was Wajid Ali Shah. Misrule of Nawab, okay, was told by the Britishers as the main reason for the annexation of Awadh. And this time, Bahadur Shah Safar, okay, who was the last Mughal king, okay, Mughal ruler, was ruling over here. So the Britishers, they made plans, okay, they have many plans. They for came with plan to end the Mughal dynasty. Then they announced that after the death of Bahadur Shah Zafar, they would have to shift from Red Fort to some other places in Delhi. And after then, they will never be called as king. They will call as princes. Means there were some plans against the Mughal people or the Mughal dynasty. And come to peasants. Okay, the peasants were not happy with the high taxes and the rigid methods of revenue collection, so they lost, okay, they lost many, means many of them lost their land they were cultivated. And the sepoys, we have seen that their working hours, their salary, it was not enough for them. And moreover, a new law was passed, okay, that means that it compelled them to cross the sea. Okay, so that was that time. It was the belief, okay, what was the belief? If they crossed the sea, it would lost, okay, they would lose their religion and the
There is.
caste. Yes, that was the belief. Then many reforms, okay, many reforms were introduced by the Britishers. That when sati was banned, the widow remarriage was encouraged, and they promoted English languages, okay. Then Christianity, the people can convert
Ma'am,
into yes.
ma'am, in that time in the school what they removed
Ah,
to add English.
yes. And in that time, Arabic and the Sanskrit.
Sanskrit.
Okay. Yes. Arabic and Sanskrit was the main language. That means mainly related to the religion. The Hindu people, they were means they were using Sanskrit. Okay. We have seen about Brahmins and other people, and the Muslims, they used to teach in Arabic. Okay. So this was the traditional means language followed in their traditional customs. Okay, but the Britishers, what they have done, they removed these two, okay, and they introduced English language, okay. And Christianity, they promoted Christianity, or they wanted to spread Christianity over here in India. And the main reason, that was the execution of Mangal Pandey. He was a young soldier, and he just attacked his British officers. So he was captured by the Britishers, and he was hanged, okay, at his 28 or 27th age. Okay, he was hanged by the Britishers. Then the other important reason, that was the cartridges introduced by the Britishers. It was covered with the fat of cow and pig. So both the Hindus and the Muslim, they refused to use this new bullets. And so the British, that means, so those who refused to use these cartridges were arrested and imprisoned for 10 years. And the soldiers, they marched to Meerut and they released, okay, they attacked and killed the British officers, and they released the imprisoned soldiers. So that marked the beginning, okay, of this revolt. And they have got a support, okay, from the Bahadur Shah Zafar. He asked the support of many leaders, means many ruling chief and king, and many supported this revolution. And we have seen Nana Sahib, Birjis Gadar, Rani Lakshmibai. In the initial stages, they were victorious. Okay, they had made some victories, but soon they were captured. Okay, they were captured by the Britishers, and many, means many new leaders. Okay, that also you needed to note it down, children. Hamadullah Shah, a Muslim saint. Okay, he also just came to help these people. Then Bhagat Khan. Okay, so many conversing. These were the other new leaders, but the company suppressed the revolt, and Bahadur Shah Zafar was arrested. He was exiled to Rangoon. He died in the jail. Then Rani Lakshmi Bai, everyone, okay, has got the same fate. Everyone was captured and killed by the Britishers. Then the result, just we have discussed that, the changes that they made after the 1857 revolt, the
Ma'am.
British, yes.
Ma'am, you told that the British have removed Indian soldiers and they have
No,
increased
not
the number.
removed, not removed. They just made, reduce the proportion.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
reduce means if before that, many of the Indian people, that means many of even some of the peasants, okay, many of those people, those who were peasants and those who were doing other jobs, when they had, no means the peasants, we have seen the condition of the peasants. Okay, that means they needed to pay rent and all, so it was very difficult for them, so they leave their occupation. Okay, many artisans, peasants, they leave their traditional jobs and they joined into the Indian army. Okay, they become British soldiers, not Indian army, sorry children, British army. They joined with the Britishers. Okay, they were working for the Britishers as soldiers. Okay, not removed, reduced. Understand, Midun?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, they reduce the number of Indian soldiers. Okay, so these all are the changes after 1857 revolt. So children, today you just read the textbook, and if you have any doubt, we will discuss it on next class. Today I'll update the notes. Okay, one more question is there, that is about the changes. Okay, the changes of this revolt. After that, we will start our next lesson. One more lesson is there for. Okay, children.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I wind up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
children.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.